Stadium in downtown Minneapolis.
Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the Minnesota Vikings. Greg Joseph now ready to get this one started, and we are underway from Minneapolis. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw right away is Watson. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. They'll go Madison up the middle. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. Touchdown, Vikings! K.J. Osborne, 44 yards. And the Vikings use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough, otherwise they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
Joseph connects on the extra point,
and it's now a 7-0 game.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception on that opening drive winds up leading to the touchdown, so now it's kind of time to start over.
Yeah, it certainly is in his first throw of the game. But I like the way his guys rallied around him. Oftentimes, the quarterback is the leader, right? He tells everyone what to do. In this case, I noticed his linemen around him kind of patting him, saying, "Let's go, big boy. You're still our leader."
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Watson. He's got Njoku over the middle. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down. Maybe a free play for Watson. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. The flag was down, so they took a shot, thinking it's on the defense. Let's see. Now they'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. Here's 1st and 5. Back to throw, Watson.
Right back to Njoku.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll run with Chubb. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it again. And diving to try to get the 1st down. He's going to be a little bit shy of the marker. Can this Vikings D hold up one more time? 3rd and goal. Chubb diving for the end zone, and the ball's knocked out.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
We can come up with a lot of different explanations here. None of them are going to work. At the 1-yard line and coughing it up, no way.
You got to protect that thing like it's your firstborn.
Your firstborn, your secondborn,
your
anyone.
tenthborn.
It doesn't matter. Take care of the football. You're in a position to go in and score. At worst, you've given up a chance to get 3 points.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Play action now. Cousins. He'll buy some time right. The improvisation gets him only a couple, but that's all he needed. First down.
Well, he didn't get much, but he didn't need much. He got just enough on that play. The pressure came, but they allowed him to escape, and he got to the sideline and got out of bounds, picking up a first down.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Pass caught here by Osborne.
So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Cousins escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. On play action, Cousins.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Cousins. And did he get the feet down? Yes, touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
A 7-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Vikings drive the entire length of the field, 99 yards for the score.
2 excellent drives for them to start this game, both ending with touchdown passes.
Yeah, they're off and running, even though they finished things off through the air. Gotta like what you're seeing from them so far. Being able to maneuver offense, take care of the football, and then ring that bell at the end with, as you said, 2 touchdown passes.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant.
And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game, so you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Watson. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. There is no denying they want to get him involved. That's already the 5th time that they've looked his way in this first quarter.
So that tells me defensively that they want to insist on going in that direction. Make sure you got your best people in the area to try and take that away.
And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Watson.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Now a first down throw, Watson. His throw incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Now it's Watson.
He's going to look end zone here for Cooper.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by a Cam of Evans. And the Vikings are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
They'll start on the ground with Madison.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Open man is Osborne. He's got him.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw, Cousins. Flushed out right.
Oh, poor decision there, and it's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. To throw is Watson. Steps away.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins.
Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. On 2nd down, here's Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And the Browns are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
They'll give it to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown.
It's a 1-yard touchdown run for Nick Chubb. And the Browns are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start from scratch here, so to speak. 14-all following the interception last time that led to a score. Now they've got it 1st and 10.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Cousins.
He'll check this down to Akers out of the backfield.
And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Cousins now.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he will have a Vikings 1st down He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down throw for Cousins. Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Here's Madison running left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing, Cousins. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And, yep, indeed, the flag is out. They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Now Cousins rolling to his right, and he wisely will throw that one away.
Continued struggles here in the second quarter, and to me, you can pin a lot of them on an inability to convert 3rd downs. Add that most recent incompletion to the list of examples.
Cousins in the offense is going to stay out there. They're going to try on 4th down. Now Cousins. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. After the interception, here's Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Watson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Forced out to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. Play action now. Cousins. Throw caught there by Osborne. And he will have the Vikings first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. Open man is Osborne. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. Now Cousins going to change it up. They'll look to throw now on first down. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. And they will get the first down here as they move into field goal range as well inside the 25. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Complete to Addison on the out route. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
So they'll wind up losing 7 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender. It worked to the defense's advantage on that play.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Joseph's got it, and they take a 17-14 lead. With some complimentary football there. One side, your defense forces the fumble, and then they drive it down the field. Now, obviously, Charles, they wanted the touchdown, but at least they were able to drive it down and get 3 out of that.
Yeah, now we'll have to see how the other sideline responds, because they had plenty of time during that field goal to think about that fumble and how they were going to react. What are they going to do when they get the ball back and try and make things a little bit better for their team?
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play.
He's looking deep for Bell. And incomplete on the deep ball. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled in the booth ready for quarter number 3. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. Nwangu now from his end zone. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Here's Madison getting it again on 2nd.
And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Cousins on 1st down. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Cousins here going to change the play.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And that ball popped free. We could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble.
He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have...
And now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Vikings force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
So he jumped as a safety. You might know a thing or two about that from your playing days.
Well, I remember creeping up near the line of scrimmage on certain blitzes or certain coverages. Never jumped off sides, though.
Not once?
Not.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Kirk Cousins scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? First and goal, let me do the job.
Because you know when he falls into the end zone after falling behind those big guys who pushed up front, that's a pretty good celebration, isn't it?
Gives him a little street cred in the locker room, too, doesn't it?
Street cred, and then when they go out to dinner afterwards, he's still picking up the check.
On the return from his end zone.
And all deep in his own territory, coughs up the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. And right side, they're going to go option here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage.
Glad to have you with us from Minneapolis. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Here's Cousins. And he's got it. Touchdown.
T.J. Hawkinson.
A 15-yard touchdown Brown.
And the Vikings are able to widen their advantage.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they throw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Bryant has it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And they're going to speed things up here. Again, it's Watson. Again to Bryant, and again it's caught. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Browns get a bit closer.
And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
First down, here's Cousins, eluding the pressure right. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. To throw is Cousins.
This one caught by Osborne, right side.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Cousins now.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Cousins.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson.
And he is going to pick up the Vikings first down. It's a gain of 7 on 4th and 4.
Now Cousins sliding out of the pocket. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Now Cousins sees something. He's going to change this around.
Now a give to Madison. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he will have a Vikings first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
On the handoff, it's Madison. Escapes the defender. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Back to the ground on first down. Here's Madison. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Another carry now for Madison. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it with Madison. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. So they'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the fourth.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Oh, the return from his end zone is Grant. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. On first down, Watson. And that is taken in by Njoku. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Watson on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play that time for Cleveland. 56 yards. Here's Watson. Out to his left. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Deshaun Watson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Here's Chubb to try to run it in. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. And I think the Browns got it. They did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Mekhi Blackman's got it. And the Vikings will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Another important fourth-quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Going to run with Madison again. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throwing is Cousins.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Cousins to throw it. Completes it to the fullback hand.
And he'll be brought down very close to the spot he needed. And it's going to wind up being enough. Maybe by less than a football, but a conversion nonetheless on 4th and 3.
And they will take a knee here. Cousins here to throw.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Cousins to throw. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, No good, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8. The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
Picked off by Byron Murphy.
And the Vikings have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, you can see what they were trying to do, just send those guys out there to make a play, but that is a costly interception.
Yeah, it's kind of like the backyard. Everybody go deep, and let's see if we can find someone. 4 verticals in the route. Any other time of the game, I love the call. But here, you're not going to hold safeties. You're not going to hold corners with any looks because they know what the situation is, ends up throwing the interception.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Well, everybody was up there ready at the line of scrimmage, CD, but no snap, and the delay of game ensued.
Yeah, and I'm sure their head coach is asking the exact same thing. What's going on out there? Almost like they thought they had more time than actually was on the clock.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Here's Cousins. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Running from the shotgun with Madison. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Now Cousins.
That is caught. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' 1st down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on 4th and long.
That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Now the big play pushes them all the way out to the 40 now for 1st down. Cousins. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he will have a Viking 1st down, and that should be the one that gets him to the finish line.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay a one-score game as the lead holds at 8.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance on that final play and getting